PM Modi talks Slovakia. We do need to talk. Namaste, my dear Indian family. I hope everyone is doing well. And recently, some of you had reached out to me saying that PM Modi has been talking, in fact, about Slovakia in his channel and his address. So I wanted to check it out and also share with those of you who would have not seen that and maybe just share a bit more about this. But before we do, I first want to share the video for us to review, and so you understand what actually has been shared. So let's look at this together.
साथियों, मुझे स्लोवाकिया में हो रहे ऐसे ही एक और प्रयास के बारे में पता चला है जो हमारी संस्कृति को संरक्षित करने और उसे आगे बढ़ाने से जुड़ा है। यहाँ पहली बार स्लोवाक लैंग्वेज में हमारे उपनिषदों का अनुवाद किया गया है। इन प्रयासों से भारतीय संस्कृति के वैश्विक प्रभाव का भी पता चलता है। हम सभी के लिए ये गर्व की बात है कि दुनिया भर में ऐसे करोड़ों लोग हैं जिनके हृदय में भारत बसता है।
Right. So we're back from the video. I wonder how many of you have actually seen it, but this is very interesting because I wasn't even aware of those efforts. And remember last time I met our foreign minister and I was like, just please make sure that you build the relations with India. So this is like a nice touch coming from your PM, knowing that there's such an effort. So basically what has been translated is the Upanishads. Now I understand that Upanishads is just a part of each of every Veda, correct? So let me show you what that actually looks like, so you have a bit of an understanding of basically what things. Alexa is talking to me in the background. So for example, here you'll see that it actually costs almost 50 euros, like 42 euros. It's a very, very expensive book. I was reading that it just, it's around 500 pages. And basically what it says that the early Upanishads do belong to the oldest existing philosophical text in the world. And the subject of Upanishads is self-discovery and understanding of your own identity, and the essence, I think, that they call Atma or Brahman. And they say that Upanishads do represent the basics of many Indian philosophies and religious systems. And they also add that even though they basically were created in a very ancient times, they're not very far from the actual ordinary person these days. So this book apparently includes a very big introduction and also Sanskrit kind of dictionary type of thing. And so this is kind of what the book looks like. And in here, let me show you another screen. So about, it's the same book. This one seems to be on sale, I guess, for Christmas, but you're able to buy that. And so what is interesting about the book, and I will try and share another screen, author. So the author is this Robert Goffrey. Robert, he is a scientist and also a university professor, and he studied English and German. However, during his studies, he visited Germany and India. And he's been working in basically Slovak Academy of Science. So I think what's very important to know is the fact that this book has been actually published by Slovak Academy of Science, which is the highest scientific body that you can have in Slovakia. So it's actually quite impressive. And I think I wanted to show you also that he's actually been quite interested in India. So basically, where is this profile of his? Or maybe I'll just try to share. If I share the window, yeah, maybe I can. It can be easier. So basically, this is his profile in Slovak Academy of Science. He's in the kind of part that is dedicated to world literature, and check him out. He talks about his books, or everything that he's published is books on India and Slovak literature, colorful India. In fact, those of you that followed me recently, I've been to Slovak Expo and I've seen that book there. I was actually quite impressed. So you have books of, I think there was something else that he had, you know, like about Sanskrit literature and like the impact, let's say, of Sanskrit literature in the Western literature science. You see poetics of MANN Upanishads. Yeah, so basically he's actually been, this man, looking a lot into Indian culture, considering he studied that. That's kind of his kind of background, and things that some other papers that he's published. And here is what he had also written, which is a portrayal of India in Slovak literature. And they actually have English translation here, that India has played a significant role in European imaginations since antiquity. But I think what's very impressive here, and I would, I think, like to see this book, is that he talks about that the new knowledge of Indian culture was also reflected in European literature, interest in India, and Indian culture can also be observed in the works of Slovak national leaders. So these two are actually super important figures in our history, which is quite interesting that they have been influenced. So yeah, so the book depicts the depiction of India in Slovak literature. So he pays special attention to translation of Indian literature into Slovak. So it's actually quite interesting. And then you have this one called This Colorful India. I don't know if you can see. I actually held that book, and it was really, really lovely. Actually, it was really nice book that I've seen. It was way more expensive where I actually saw it. So things are happening, and I was actually even thinking that maybe there is, what do you guys think of me trying to get through to the person that he's a scientist and he might not think that the reaction channel is worth it, but bringing him, let's say, on a podcast to get him talk about, you know, about the Upanishads, what he learned, his relationship to India. I thought that could be potentially quite interesting. But overall, it's a step, I guess, into building stronger Slovak-Indian relations. I wonder how you guys view that. So please do let me know in the comments. Quite exciting because I was trying to buy a Rigved in India, but I couldn't find it anywhere for some reason. So yeah, the Upanishads also in Slovak, translated by scientists who clearly has an interest in India, studied there, or guess he's been to study trips to India. So I think I might want to get my hands on this. It might be quite interesting. And I think that's it for today's video. I'm actually quite excited and quite buzzing. I'd love to know what you guys think, and I think I'll close it right here. So thank you so much for your time and watching, and you know what to do. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next one. Until then, please do take care. I'm sending lots of love. Bye-bye.